Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Ishvara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Nityamacharudam Vijay Guru Pujamo Tattvaram Tinaya Munyasnavdino Bhagavato Sadayika Sadya Ramanjasya Janavojanam Prabhadhe Yastasmana Madhrena Advaitavasana Pramuchyate Bodhatmakaya Namistasmai Bhagavate Shri Manvashaya Vidavashaya Siddhapantam Shantavanam Guruguram Gyanabhagam Vande Sakuram Shri Siddhasāya Mantrayāmi Dūrabhariliptā Chaturbhaspatikamani Mukhyamālam Jagānāstena Ekena Padam Siddhamam Jahikam Mustakam Chakarena Bhāsākam Dūrabhaspatikamani Baba Samana Samana Samevam Devatayam Nesatodne Sarvada Suprasanna Pujantam Ramarame Dimadharam Mudra Ksharamārika Krita Shākām Devādmiki Kunkino Anjaneya Mudipādalāvanam Rajavādrikam Vigraham Vārajādham Mūlavasanam Bhāvayāmi Pavamanam Vadamyatrayatri Raghunath Kirtanam Pratamuttam Stalantinam Bhaktavari Paripurnalocanam Māricā Lakṣmaṇa Manojamam Mārudulya Vedam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Narishtam Mātātmagavānaram Mukham Shri Rāma Vedavedhi Vrevam Sujate Dasharatmatmaje Vedam Pracheta Sadāsīt Sakshat Ramayana Rāmayanam Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sītāya Pariye Namaha Vaidehi Sahitam Sarvamudryahi Mahamandake Madhye Prabhamasane Manimaya Virasane Susidhamagre Vājaye Prabhakya Sute Viktam Vajutaram Vyakhyāntam Bharatār Vikari Vimrāvam Pariyashyamade Vāmi Vimjita Parichan Vāmrachā Sutrāsana Shutrubha Vartachavāshalye Huvāi Vārikone Vimsagri Vachar Bhishana Chevirat Tarāthiko Jambavan Madhye Nilasarajukona Vijumrāvam Pariyashyamade Janaki Kanta Smaranam Jai Jai Rama Rama Anjaneya Swami Ki Jai. Yesterday we spent sufficient time establishing certain ground rules which we've got to bear in mind as the rest of the story progresses. Otherwise, it will not make any sense. These ground rules being that there is a mighty force that is making everything happen. And logic or magic or tragic do not come into it. Once we understand this truth, then everything falls into place. Everything suddenly begins to make sense in Ramayana itself. Otherwise, we find people behaving in radical ways, uncharacteristic ways. Now, all of that we find resolving itself. It all makes sense when you understand that things are happening. A great force, a mighty force is making everything happen. Nala here, despite Rama himself knowing it, suspecting it, Lakṣmaṇa definitely voicing it, Sītā unnaturally craving the deer, Rama goes behind the deer also leads him on a wild deer chase. It cannot be a wild goose chase, being a deer. It has to be a wild deer chase. So it leads him on a wild deer chase. Rama goes jumping up and down across ditches and ponds and puddles and streams and creeks and whatnots. It takes him far away. In the end, Rama thinks there is no way I can capture this deer, therefore he lets an arrow fly loose. It goes and strikes down this deer. This deer is Māricā. Immediately Māricā, as per the order that was given to him by Rāvaṇa, calls out, Ha Lakṣmaṇa, Ha Sītā, Ha Lakṣmaṇa. In Rama's voice, Māricā calls out and dies. On listening to this, immediately Rama is appalled. He understands the whole thing is just some kind of a conspiracy, a plot. Then he starts to rush back to the ashrama, but he's already come a long way. So it's taking him time to come back, he's rushing back. In the meantime, Sītā, when she hears the cry for help in Rama's voice, in a distressed voice, she tells Lakṣmaṇa, go immediately, your brother is in trouble. Lakṣmaṇa says, that person or being, be it Deva or Asura or Gandharva or Yaksha or Naga, that can cause danger to my brother has not yet been born. There is no being that exists in all the worlds. Therefore, nothing is happening to my brother. This is all some devilish plot. He assures her, but Sītā is not to be convinced. She starts beating herself on the breast and crying and says, that is not a devilish plot. What you are doing is the devilish plot indeed. This is why you have come along with us in order to make sure that inside this kind of an opportune moment when Rama is in trouble, you will abandon him so that he will die. You and Bharata have planned this well. Obviously, she is blathering all kinds of things because there is no way he could have planned anything with Bharata. Because Bharata was somewhere else. When this whole plan was being made, Bharata was not even in the picture. She says, you have planned this with Bharata. Do not think that you will succeed in this plan. I will give up my life. Do not think that you will ever be able to acquire me. She blabbers all kinds of things. Lakṣmaṇa is not able to bear it. He says, I cannot reply to you because you are like a goddess to me. Mariyadyodan cholrar paam. Lakṣmaṇa replies back saying, Uttaram notsahe vaktum Daivatam bhavati mama. Daivatam bhavati mama. You are like a divinity to me. Therefore, I cannot reply to these words. You are saying such terrible words to me, but I will still not reply back to that because you are like a goddess to me. He keeps quiet. I dare not make a reply. Even then, when she starts to castigate him in various ways, casting aspersions upon him that are absolutely intolerable, he says, I cannot put up with these words. These are terrible words that you have cast upon me, such doubts that you have cast upon me. These are terrible words and I cannot put up with these words anymore. Adanale स्वभावस्त्वेष नारीणाम् एवं लोकेषु दृश्यते विमुक्तधर्माः चपलाः तीक्ष्णा भेदकराः स्त्रियः न सहे हीदृशं वाक्यं वैदेही जनकात्मजे श्रोत्रयोरुभयोर्मे अद्य तप्त नाराच सन्निभम्. You have proven the feminine nature that belongs to you. Vimukta dharmaha chapalaha tikshna bedakaraha striyaha. Women devoid of dharma, when they lose sight of dharma, then they use sharp and piercing words. Bedakara, they are penetrating into the ear. They create disunity amongst people also. Many brothers have been ruined after they got married. Brothers will be united, brothers will be with lots of love to each other, but after they get married, listening to their wives, many families have been split up. Within a history and a reark. It is sometimes the nature of the woman, unfortunately, in Lakṣmaṇa and Sītā, that they behave in a certain way that can cause disunity in the family, differentiations in the family. You should not have said these words. These words are like molten iron being poured into my ear. Upashrinvantu me sarve sakshibhuta vanecharaha nyayavadi yatanyaya muktogam parusham tvaya. Lakṣmaṇa says, let all the forest beings bear witness to this. I am speaking words that are just. Nyayavadi, I am speaking words that are right and reasonable. On the other hand, you are casting such harsh, cruel words upon me. Diktva madhya pranashyatvam yanmamevam vishankase Stritva Sritvarat dushtam svabhavena guru vakye vyavasthitam. True to your feminine nature, you have distrusted me. If something is happening, women have a habit of jumping to conclusions and distrusting where there is no need for that, suspecting where there is no need for suspicion. Lakṣmaṇa is telling Sītā, therefore, because you have suspected me, he says, because you have suspected me, dhik, alas, adya tvam, today you are going to be destroyed. Dushtasvabhavena guruvakya vyavasthitam dhik tvam adya vinashyantim yan mamevam vishankase. The way you have doubted me today, this itself will lead you to your ruin. You will perish today because of this. In one way, of course, like we said yesterday, everything is happening by the force of destiny. But if we want to learn lessons, if suppose we want to learn lessons, enna lesson? When we are caught up in emotion, the best thing we can do to ourselves and to the entire society is to shut up. Because we do not know what we will say and how that will come back to bite us, maul us actually. For all these years, Lakṣmaṇa has been serving Sītā faithfully like a son serving the mother. Anal iniki, a half a second's issue this is. Somebody calling out in Rama's voice, but she suspected, she has seen 14,000 Rakshasas being killed by this Rama. Can a single deer cause harm to him who stood and faced 14,000 Rakshasas single-handedly? And Lakṣmaṇa is the one who cautioned. Lakṣmaṇa, see, if you really look at it objectively, if you want to look at it, you can understand Sītā is not using her brains at all. Because Lakṣmaṇa was the one who said, don't go. This is all a Shalyantram. This is all some kind of a conspiracy. Anna, don't go. In the three people, Lakṣmaṇa was the one who was forcibly trying to dissuade Rama from going. How then could Lakṣmaṇa be part of a plot? This shows how stupid Sītā is in this moment. Sītā is acting like a complete idiot. Because she is talking while in the grips of emotion. Let it be anybody. But if you speak when you are emotional, you will speak like an idiot. Doesn't matter even if you are Jagatjanani herself. Mere empty emotion la base uttana badana. Vipareetangal nale. So if we want to take a lesson from that, this is the lesson we should take. The moment we become emotional, that is the time when we should actually shut up, not let go of words, lest we ourselves regret them. For 10 months, she is going to bitterly regret these words that were spoken in the heat of 10 minutes. Lakṣmaṇa did not even listen to it for 10 minutes. But 10 months she is going to suffer the outcome of words that were spoken in the heat of a moment. Yeah. If at all any lesson we have got to learn, this is the lesson. To keep quiet when we are emotionally disturbed. And that is what becomes hard for everybody to do. Adanala Lakṣmaṇa says, Gamishye yatra kakutsta swastite astvaranane rakshantu tvam visalakshi samagra vanadevataha. I am going to go where Rama is. Because you asked me to go, I am going. I am not going to stay here, but all I can say is I pray to all the Vanadevatas, the forest dwelling deities, to protect you. Anal, when I look around me, nimittani chagorani ani pradurbhavanti me apitvam saharamena pashyayam punaragataha navetye tanna janami vaidehi janakatmaje. This much I can tell you. I see all around me evil omens. Therefore, there is no guarantee that when I come back with Rama, we will see you or not. We are not even sure whether we will be able to see you. There is no guarantee that we will see you. This is much I feel. Even then, despite saying all of this, she said, Lakṣmaṇa, without Rama, I will drown myself in Godavari. I will hang myself. I will leap from a cliff to my death. I will drink deadly poison. I will enter into the fire and I will die. But I will not touch any other man. Who's asking you to touch? You are saying so much. One fellow is going to come, touch you and take you and go away. In a way, not that we are qualified enough to analyze it, but if you do look at the pattern, karma and the reaction of action always comes action, reaction, reflection, resound. Bharata was absolutely pure of heart. Lakṣmaṇa suspected Bharata of having designs on Rama. If that knowledge had reached Bharata, when Guha suspected him, he felt bad. When Bharadwaja Rishi suspected him, he felt bad. And these are all outsiders. If Lakṣmaṇa has suspected him, Rama doesn't say anything to Bharata. Lakṣmaṇa also cannot obviously say this. Nobody tells it to Bharata. Anal, if Bharata had been, that pure Bharata was suspected by Lakṣmaṇa, who said, Anna, Bharata has now come. He was not satisfied with having sent us to the forest. He is now come with an army to kill us. Let us immediately fight. When Lakṣmaṇa said those words, the same thing is coming back to Lakṣmaṇa from Sītā. Lakṣmaṇa feels tortured. Because I do not even have in my remotest imagination such a thought, such an idea. How can you cast such a blame upon me? Then how should it have been for Bharata when you did the same thing? Leah? Now what is going to happen? Now she is going to go to Lanka. For Lakṣmaṇa's mistake, Lakṣmaṇa faces this problem here. For Sītā, for having committed that mistake, what is going to happen to her? For 10 months she is going to suffer in Lanka. After that also, when after the war is concluded and Sītā comes to approach Rama, at the time Rama says, don't even think I will accept you. You have gone and stayed in someone's house for so long. You can go wherever you want. Go and live with Bharata if you want. Go and live with Lakṣmaṇa if you want. But don't dream that you can come with me. Rama is going to say the same thing to Sītā. See how karma goes, and what goes around comes around. Then you will have a question. But hang on. Wasn't Sītā merely delivering to Lakṣmaṇa what he deserved for the mistake he made? Then why should she be punished? She was only the postman, the postwoman. How can she be shot? The messenger be shot? Lakṣmaṇa also was a messenger only. Yeah, there is a great force that is making everything happen. That force made Lakṣmaṇa say, it also made Lakṣmaṇa suffer for what he said. It is making Sītā say, it will also make Sītā suffer for what it said. It will make Rama say, and then a Dhobi will come and say, do you think I am Rama? Ultimately, Rama also gets blamed. What do we find in Uttara Ramayanam? Some Dhobi, some washerman suspects his wife and he says, you stayed the whole night somewhere and do you think the morning when you come I should accept you? Why do you think I am Rama? I am as shameless as Rama. In the end, Rama has to abandon Sītā because of the blame that was cast upon him by a washerman. In the karma, look, nobody escapes this karma. Not even Rama is freed from this karma. Neither Lakṣmaṇa, nor Sītā, nor even Rama can escape this cycle. Leah, there is one fellow who escapes this cycle. There is one fellow who never gets into this cycle. We will see him soon. The great hero of Ramayana. The hero of Ramayana is not Rama. Rama is actually a side character. The main hero of the movie, of the entire story, is going to come. Ramayana Mahamala Ratnam Vande Anilatmajam Jam nu othru varapora. Anilatmajam nu othru varapora. Yaar avaru appadina Hanuman. Hanuman is the only person that is going to valayada porar. He is going to do everything with no consequence whatsoever. அவரை ஒரு கர்மா தொட்டுதுன்னே கிடையாது அவருக்கு. அவர் லங்காவை பத்தி வச்சார். He burnt Lanka. Is there any story that his house was burnt after that because of he burnt Lanka? ஒன்றும் கிடையாது. Even when they burnt there, nothing happened. He didn't even feel the heat. ஒண்ணுமே ஆல அவருக்கு. Nothing happened to him. ஜம்மன் இருக்காரு. அனிலாத்மஜம் ஜம்மன் இருக்காரு அவர். Nothing touches him. அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு பிரகிருதி. We are going to look at him. When we talk about him, we will see what is so extraordinarily special about him. That even Sītā does not have, Rāma does not have, Lakṣmaṇa does not have something. He has got அப்பேற்பட்ட ஒரு ஸ்திதி. என்ன அவருக்கு அப்படி ஒரு ஸ்திதி அப்படின்னா அது அப்புறம் பார்ப்போம். இங்க everybody is suffering the consequences of their karma. Lakṣmaṇa says, all right, I am going to the forest, but you are going to be suffering for this in Sharma to commit. The moment Lakṣmaṇa leaves that place, naturally this is what Rāvaṇa has been waiting for. He takes the form of a Parivrājaka Rūpadrika. Parivrājaka, like a wandering minstrel, wandering sannyasi, wandering mendicant. Rūpathai எடுத்துட்டு அங்க இருந்து Rāvaṇa comes there with a begging bowl in his hand, Bhiksham Dehi அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு வரான். He comes there with a kamandalu. Salakṣana kāṣāya samvīta shikī chatri upānahi. Lakṣana kāṣāya samvītaha அப்படின்னா ஜம்மன orange robes, fine orange robes. லக்ஷணமான காஷாயம், ochre robes is wearing. Shiki, knotted hair upon his head. Chatri, or umbrella கையில, with an umbrella in his hand. Upānahi, கால்ல செப்பல், sandals, wooden footwear. அதையும் போட்டுண்டு வாமே சாம்சே அவசஜ்ஜாத சுபே யஷ்டி கமண்டலு. யஷ்டி கமண்டலு ஒரு ஸ்டிக்கும் கமண்டலு வாட்டர் பாட் கையில் வச்சுண்டு அங்கே இருந்து லைக் சன்னியாசி, லைக் தபஸ்வி, he comes there. The moment he sees Sītā, இப்போ தான் சீதையை பார்க்குறான் பக்கத்தில் வந்து looking at Sītā, ஆஹா, he is worth my coming here அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறான். Sītā sitting there, Shubham Ruchira Dantoshtim Purna Chandra Nibananam Asinam Parnashalayam Bashpa Shoka Bipīditam Satam Padmabala Sakshim Pita Kauseya Vasasim Abhyagachyata Vaidehim Dushtacheta Nishacharaha. The evil-minded demon goes near Sītā, who is sitting there as the very embodiment of beauty and virtue. அவகிட்ட போய் he chanted Vedic mantras. பிரம்ம கோஷம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றான், மந்திரங்கள்லாம் சொல்றான். ஏன்னா ஏதோ பிராமணன் வந்திருக்கான்னு தெரியணும். In order to convince her that this is really a Brahmana who has come, he chants Vedic mantras. என்ன அர்த்தம்னா எல்லாம் நம்பிடாதீங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். யாரோ just because they are attired in a certain way or say certain things does not mean it's all genuine அப்படின்னு காமிக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு வழி. He beguiles her, he cheats her, makes her believe that he is a sannyasi. அவளும் பார்த்த உடனே அதித்தி has come, rishi has come, please come. ரிஷிஸ்லாம் வந்துட்டு போடுவான். Many rishis keep coming and going to see Rama இல்லையா, அதனால she gives him asanam, argyam, பாத்யம் எல்லாம் கொடுத்து gives all of that and she says food is ready. Please wait, I will bring food to you. I will give the food to you. Cooked food is ready அப்படின்னு சொல்றான். உடனே அவன் சொல்ல, நீ யாருமா? Who are you? You are looking so beautiful. What are you doing alone in the forest? நீ என்ன ஸ்ரீயா? நீ என்ன ஹ்ரியா? நீ என்ன பூமாதேவியா? நீ யார்? நீ அப்சரஸா? பூதியா? நீ ரத்தியா? யார் இப்படி லிஸ்ட்டு கேட்டு கேட்குறான். who are you? இப்படி அழகா இருக்கிய, you're looking so beautiful. காஞ்சன வர்ணாபே, gold complexioned lady. ஹ்ரீ கீர்த்தி ஸ்ரீ சுபா லக்ஷ்மி அப்சராவா சுபானனே பூதிர்வா. யார்? who are you amongst all of these people? Are you Mahalakshmi herself? Are you an apsara stree? Are you a divine celestial being? அப்படின்லாம் ask. உடனே அவன் சீதா சொல்றா, I belong to Sri Rama. Dasharathan or Raja, his eldest son Rama. I am his dharmapatni, lawful wife. When the time for coronation came, when my father-in-law wanted to crown my husband as the crown prince, at that time our foster mother and other mother Kaikeyi objected, and as a result of our machinations we had to come into the forest, and while wandering in the forest we have come here. We are about to finish our exile and go back. இதான் எங்களோட ஸ்டோரி. யூ ப்ளீஸ் கம் அண்ட் சிட் டவுன், வி வில் பிரிங் ஃபுட் டு யூ அப்படின்னு எல்லாம் சொன்னான். அப்போ தான் சொல்கிறேன், 12 வருஷம் அங்கே இக்ஷ்வாகு வம்சத்தில் இருந்தேன்னு எல்லாம் சொல்கிறான். 12 years after my marriage I came and I was staying there. 13th year of my marriage was when my father-in-law wanted to crown my husband as the யுவராஜா எல்லாம் சொல்கிறேன். இந்த கதையும் இவ்வளோ கதையும் கேட்ட உடனே along with his brother Lakṣmaṇa and accompanied by myself, my husband Rāma came to the forest. எல்லாம் சொன்ன உடனே immediately Ravana says, incidentally, my name is Ravana. I am not a sannyasi at all. I mean, I am not even remotely related to a sannyasi. I am the king of Lanka. I am a great warrior. There is nobody in all the 3 worlds to equal my prowess. When I look at you suffering in this manner in the forest, I feel very sad. Therefore, I have come up with a proposition for you. Why don't you accompany me? You come to Lanka. You can live there like a queen. I will make you my queen. You can live there like a queen on Godur Disham. Hey Sītā, if you become my wife, I will give you 5,000 servants. Panchadasya sahasrani dasya, 5,000 servants I will give you. Sarva varna bhushitaha, I will give you all kinds of ornaments. You do not have to live your life like this. இப்படிலாம் நீ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க வேண்டாம், நன்னா வந்து அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே immediately Sītā becomes very angry. Chi, I thought you were a sannyasi. What kind of words are you saying? Mahagirimiva kampyam mahendra sadrisham patim mahodadi vivakshobhyam aham Rāma manuvrata. Rama, who is unshakable like the mighty mountain, who is equal to Indra himself, who is as imperturbable as the mighty ocean itself, to him alone I am devoted. Rāma manuvrata, I am constantly his companion, his follower. I am the loyal wife of Rama, who is endowed with all virtues, all gunas. He is the refuge of all. He is the one who sticks to truth, not somebody like you who puts on a disguise to come and cheat others. Mahabhagum mahoraskum simha vikrantagaminam nrisimham simha sankashamaham Rāma manuvrata sarvalakshana sampannam nyagrodha parimandalam satyasantam mahabhagam aham Rāma manuvrata. I am Rama's follower, I am Rama's wife, I am devoted to Rama. I am devoted to Rama, who, the long-armed, broad-chested Rama, who is like a lion amongst men, I am devoted to him. Purnachandranam Ramam Rajavatsam Jitendriyam Prithukirtim Mahatmanam Aham Rāma manuvrata. I am devoted to Rama, whose fame is widespread upon the earth, whose face is like the radiant like the full moon. I am his wife. You are like a fox that has come to steal away the lion's share. நீ வெறும் ஒரு ஜாக்கல், நானோ யாரு அப்படின்னா I am a lioness. Simhim அப்படிங்கிற, I am a lioness belonging to the lion called Rama. You are after all Nari, Kulanari ni. You are merely a jackal. How dare you come and have designs upon me? அப்படின்னு she starts to scold him. உடனே ராவணன் சொல்றான், wait, you are saying he is broad chested, long arms, a beautiful face like the moon. I have 10 faces, I have 20 arms. I am the son of Vishrava, I am the brother of Kubera. Bherpatavan nan. Therima, na yaar therima. I can even lift up Kailasa Parvatam. I have lifted up Kailasa also. I have a chariot called Pushpaka Vimanam that flies everywhere. Wealth Allah kamchti. Impressing, trying to impress her with his wealth, his name, his fame. He thought maybe because Rama is famous everywhere, because Rama has a moon-like face, because Rama has got long arms, she likes Rama. I also have, he has only 2 arms, I have 20. He has only 1 head, 1 moon-like face, I have 10 moon-like faces. Pushpaka Vimanam, I can take you flying. Rama has made you walk, I will take you fly. Lanka couldn't go, come with me to Lanka. Don't reject me. How dare you say Kubera is your brother? Mandala Sītā. Hey, Kubera wants Anna. Na, who is already? Why are you insulting Kubera by calling him your brother? Katam Vaishravanam Devam Sarvabhuta Namaskritam Bharataram Yapadishyatvam Ashubham Kartumichasi. Kubera is worshipped by everybody. How can you call yourself as Kubera's brother? Somebody is famous. Hey, Anne, Macha, Mama, just because somebody is famous and you want to establish your fame, you try to forge a relationship with him. You are insulting Kubera by this. Even not Kubera. If you are Kubera's brother, will you behave like this? You Kuppa Marna behave Pandra. Kubera and Kuppa Totiar. You are like a rubbish sheep. You are coming and behaving in this manner to me and you are claiming to be brother of Kubera. Don't unnecessarily tell such lies. Cruel minded you are. Telling lies. Falsehood dane. First of all, you came as a sannyasi. Nambayam devatekar. Ni sannyasi or Rāvaṇa. First cholu. You came as a sannyasi, now you are saying I am Rāvaṇa. Paithyamani. Paithyam ite mudichuttu anubhava. Are you mad? Even if you go and kidnap Sachi Devi, Indra's wife, perhaps nothing will happen to you. But don't you dare think that you will live after touching me, who is Rama's wife. What do you think? You do not know my power. I can lift up mountains. I can lift the earth with my arms. I can drink up the ocean. I can even kill Yama in a combat. Nobody has treated him like this. Now, first of all, Rāvaṇa, most people were already interested in forging a relationship with him. Even if not, at least they will respect him. If a in his entire life, this one woman never respects him. She does not respect him. Maam Bahumanyaswan Chalapana later on. Bahumanyaswamam. Why don't you respect me? He is going to ask in Sundarkand. She doesn't respect him. Instead, she twits him and she says, how dare you call yourself Kubera's brother? Aren't you ashamed of lying like this through your teeth? Hey, I'm really Kubera's brother. Everything Ravana has said is false. But the only truth that he has said so far is that I am Kubera's brother. The funny irony was, even the other thing she didn't find fault with. He said, I can lift up mountains and he's lifted up Kailasa. It is also true. I can fight with the Devasana. That is also true. He has gone and fought with them. All of the Pushpaka, I have flying chariot. That is also true. And she didn't find fault with any of those things. The one truth that he said, I am Kubera's brother. Don't tell lies. How dare you insult Kubera? How dare you drag Kubera's name into this? He discarded his sannyasi form and assumed his real form. Clad in red garments, eyes also turning red in anger, matching it. Contact lens match. Some people have colored contacts and depending upon they are wearing blue dress, they will wear blue contacts, red dress, red contacts. He matched his garments with 10 arms and with 20 arms and 10 heads. He stood there and said, "You stupid woman, you cannot resist me. I am carrying you away." He caught hold of her, put her onto his chariot and started to fly. Ha Rama, ha Lakṣmaṇa. She started to shout. There was nobody to listen to it. As he is going, they cross the tree upon which Jatayu, old Jatayu, he was Dasharatha's age. Dasharatha 60,000 years. Jatayu is even older. unda mayakam தூங்கிட்டு இருக்கு ஒரே விட்டு. Jatayu sleeping. அங்கேருந்து ஹா ராமா ஹா லக்ஷ்மணான்னு ஒரு வாய்ஸ், ஏதோ கனவு காண்ற மாதிரி இருக்கு, ஏதோ சம் ட்ரீம் ஐம் ஹேவிங் அப்படின்னு ஜட்டாயு நினைச்சு அப்படின்னு திறந்துட்டு பார்த்தா ஐயோ somebody is kidnapping Sītā அப்படின்னு சொல்லி immediately Jatayu flies up and says, stop you Ravana. He understands, he knows who this is. Hey Ravana, stop, what are you doing? Do you know who you are taking and going away? நிறுத்திங்க, stop. கதையை அப்படி சொல்லிகிட்டே போகும்பொழுது just telling the story, I said Jatayu was sleeping. ஒரு ஹாஸ்யமாக இருந்ததுன்னு சொன்னேன். It was funny, so I said it. நான் ஸ்லோகம் என்ன சொல்கிறது தெரியுமா? You know what the ஸ்லோகம் is? தம் சப்தம் அவசுப்தஸ்து ஜட்டாயுரத சுஷ்ருவே அப்படின்னா அவசுப்தஸ்து அப்படின்னா அவசுப்தா, தி ஜட்டாயு was sleeping in அர்த்தம். It was afternoon, Jatayu was avasuptaha, suptana தூங்குறதுன்னு அர்த்தம். நிஜமாவே ஜட்டாயு தூங்கிட்டு இருக்காரு. நான் பாட்டு விளையாட்டுக்கு சொல்லலாம்னு சொன்னா நிஜமாவே ஜட்டாயு தூங்கிட்டு இருக்காரு பாருங்க. தம் சப்தம் அவசுப்தஸ்து ஜட்டாயுரத சுஷ்ருவே. Jatayu was reposing, was in rest, in a state of rest, suddenly heard this call of Sītā. As soon as Sītā saw Jatayu, she started calling out, hey Jatayu, at least you tell Rāma that this fellow is carrying me and going, there is nobody for me, no protector for me. அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே Jatayu was fast asleep, immediately woke up. He thought first it was a dream, ஏதோ கனவு கண்டிருக்கோமோ என்னவோ அப்படின்னு. இது பார்த்தா இல்லை, நிஜமாவே நடக்குது, really happening. உடனே அங்கேருந்து கிளம்ப, ஹே தசகிரிவா स्थितो धर्मे पुराणे सत्य संश्रयः जटायुर्नाम नाम्नाहं गृध्रराजो महाबलः. Again standing on top of the tree, Jatayu says, hey Ravana, I am Jatayu. Introduction, self introduction ரொம்ப அவசியம். हे Ravana दशग्रीवा स्थितो धर्मे पुराणे सत्य संश्रयः. From times immemorial I have been established in dharma and satya. இவங்கிட்ட சொல்லி என்ன ஆகும்? அதுக்கு ஸ்பெல்லிங்கே தெரியாத மனுஷன். இவங்கிட்ட போய் நான் தர்ம பெரிய தர்மிஷ்டனாக்கும், நான் பெரிய சத்தியசந்தனாக்கும் அப்படின்னா அவன் லூசர் நீ அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு போகிறான். வாட் லூசர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு போகிறான். சத்தியம் தர்மம் புரிஞ்சுட்டு அவர்கிட்ட போய் சொன்னால் நியாயம். Somebody is always practicing dharma, you go and say I also practice dharma அப்படின்னா you have something common to talk to. This fellow is coming there in a disguise to take away somebody else's wife, when you go and say I am established in dharma, good for you. I am Satya Samshrayaha, I take refuge in truth, good on you. All the best, tata, bye bye, I am busy, I am going on my work. அப்படின்னா சொல்லுவானோ. Jatayu naam naham gridharajo mahabalaha. வயசான கேட்டு தாத்தா மகாபலஹா, I am very strong, I am Gridharaja, I am the emperor of vultures. My name is Jatayu. இது உத்தரம் போர்லையா. ராஜா சர்வஸ்ய லோகஸ்ய மஹேந்திர வருணோபமஹ லோகானாம் ச ஹிதே யுக்தோ ராமோ தசரதாத்மஜஹ. ஏன் அப்படின்னு இவனை பற்றி ஷட்டர் பண்ணலை. ஐ எம் ஜட்டாயு, வெரி ஸ்ட்ராங், ஃப்ரம் டைம்ஸ் இம்மமோரியல் ஐ பீன் ப்ராக்டிசிங் சத்யா அண்ட் தர்மா அப்படின்னு அவன் சொல்லி ராவணா இஸ் நாட் ஸ்டாப்ட் இஸ் கோயிங். அதனால நெக்ஸ்ட் he says ராஜா சர்வஸ்ய லோகஸ்ய. Rama is the king of all the worlds. He is equal to Indra and Varuna. He is always interested in the welfare of all the worlds. He is Dasharatha's son. சரி இருக்கட்டுமே, நல்லதாக இருக்கும், ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். ஸோ வாட் am I supposed to do அப்படின்னா தஸ்யைஷா லோகநாதஸ்ய தர்மபத்னி யசஸ்வினி சீதா நாமவராரோஹாயாம் த்வம் ஹர்த்துமிஹேச்சசி. His wife, that Lokanatha's wife, his dharmapatni is the Sītā whom you are abducting. I don't know whether you know or not, but ஆரோ நடிச்சுட்டு எடுத்துன்னு போகிறேன். Lest you be kidnapping her under some mistaken identity or notion, I am clarifying it. My name is Jatayu. Because I have always adhered to the truth and dharma, now what I am saying you should believe it is the truth. Adhikaha chodra. The reason why Jatayu introduces himself as somebody established in Satya and Dharma is that I will not lie. Therefore, what I am going to say is the truth. What am I going to say? It is Rama's wife, just in case you do not know. Adhanala, why are you unnecessarily carrying her away? You are doing all kinds of forbidden acts. Let her go immediately. Let her go immediately, otherwise she herself will burn you down. Avale avana kondu puduva. Pannade, you are taking something that does not belong to you, that is not something that you can digest, it is not something that you can have. Sabaras saumya bhartavyo yonaram navasadayet tadanna vibhoktavyam jiryate yadanamayam. You should only eat food that you can digest. You should eat food that you cannot digest. Each person has got the capacity to eat something and digest it. Only he who can eat onion and digest it should eat it. Avadini Shetty Baba tells. A yogi goes to Dwarkamai. He's a Hatha yogi. He's practicing yoga. He goes to Dwarkamai. He wants to ask some clarifications from Baba on the yogic path. He thought Baba was a great Mahayogi, and he went there. Pata Baba was eating stale chapati with raw onions. And he Ekadashi, another Visheshama Kondadan Meshaluto. In order to properly celebrate Ekadashi, Baba was eating stale bread with raw onion. The father, this yogi had a big shock. Yogi, if you want to practice yoga, you should eat certain things, not eat certain things, give up certain things, so on and so forth. So he had this thought in his mind and he said, Chi, how can this fellow clarify any doubts of mine? He is eating raw onion. But then Baba looked at him and said, if you have the power to eat it, he thought it in himself, within himself. Baba looked at him and said, if you have the power to digest onion, then you can eat it. If you have the power to digest it, then what's wrong in eating it? These ko-vidhi ko-nisheda Upanishade cholradu. Jnaniki, for a jnani, there are no rules and restrictions. There are no do's and don'ts for a jnani. The do's and don'ts are ajnaniki. Jnani can eat anything, wear anything, and nothing will move him from his sthiti. Adhanala, he can afford to do whatever he wants. All the others cannot do so, because when they indulge in something that is going to be harmful to them, it will move them from their sthiti, it will move them from their sadhana. Shanti lende college pudu. It will disturb their shadakatan rules and regulations. If you eat this food, it is likely that your mind and passions will become inflamed, and as a result, you will lose your shanti. Do not eat it. Does it mean nobody can eat it? No, if you have the capacity to eat it and still remain in peace, then by all means eat it. Appa ko vidhi ko nisheda. Appo manaki enna rules enna restriction no. What do's, what don'ts. Jatayu says you can only eat the food that you can digest, that agrees with you. Sītā is not food that you can eat. This is not a weight that you can carry. This is not the food that you can eat. $60,000 years ago I was born. Shashti Varsha Sahasrani Mama Jatasya Rāvaṇa. Arudana Varshamam Jatayu. I was born 60,000 years old. 60,000 years ago I was born. Pitrupaita Magam Rajyam Yatavadhanutishthita. I have ruled since then my hereditary kingdom. Adhanala Vriddokam Tvam Yuva. I am an old man, you are a young man. Even if the Ravana is old, Ravana actually is very old. Ravana is by no means young. Compared to Rāma, Ravana is very old. He has gone fought with Kartavirya Arjuna. Parashurama came and killed Kartavirya Arjuna. Old. But even 60,000 compared to 60,000, even if Ravana is a couple of thousand years old, what is it compared to 60,000? Vriddokam Tvam Yuva. I'm an old man, I'm giving you advice, you better listen to me. You are still a young Turk. Don't do these kind of things. Leave her aside, otherwise you cannot carry her, especially in front of me, in my eyes, because I have resolved to protect her. I promised to protect the Sītā. Adhanala, I will not let you take her away. You better leave this woman here. Although I am old and you are young, I can still fight you, I can still face you, I can still challenge you. Even if it means losing my life, I will do this task for the sake of Sri Rama. Avashyam tu maya karyam priyam tasya mahatmanaha jivitena api ramasya tata dasharatasya cha. Then Jatayu sacrifice, we understand. Jatayu says, for the sake of Rama, Priyam Tasya Mahatmanaha, Apirpata Mahatma Raman, for the sake of Rama, for the sake of Rama's pleasure, to do Rama's work, I am even willing to lay down my life. Jivitena Piramasya Tata Dasharatasya Cha. I should do this work even at the cost of my life. Adanala I will. Tishta Tishta Dashagriva Muhurtam Pasya Ravana Yuddhatityam Pradasyami Yata Prananishachara Vrintadi Bhavalam Tuam Tu Patayayam Ratottamat. Engaathu you have come to my house. Adanala Tishta Tishta, please wait. I will give you hospitality in the form of war. Yuddha Atityam. Yuddha Atityam, hospitality. Enna hospitality? War is the hospitality for you. In the Mari guest vandana, Shandadam Bodam. In the Mari guest vandana, Shandadam Bodam. As the hospitality that I can give you is a war with you. I will fight with you. You will be pulled down from this chariot even as a fruit falls down from the tree. Ripe fruit falls down from the tree, initially he starts to fight. Again, Jatayu is very powerful. He soon destroys Ravana's chariot. Ravana's charioteer is killed by him. Ravana's mules, the horses, mules, those mules were also killed. He crushed Ravana's bow, Ravana's weapons, etc. In the Madhya or Ghora Yuddham. In the end, Ravana had to place Sītā down and fight exclusively with Jatayu. Ravana had a very powerful sword, Chandrahasam or sword. With that, he clips off the wings of Jatayu. And a bird can fight only as long as it can fly. The moment he chops off the two wings, both the bird fell down to the ground. It cannot do anything anymore. All it can do is shout at him. And it keeps talking. It says, where do you think you are going? Like the fish that has swallowed the bait, you have taken the Sītā, you will be ruined, you will be destroyed. Like a fish holding on to the bait of the fishing hook, you are going to be destroyed. Where can you go? Baddastu kalabhashena kvagatasya mokshase vadaya badisham grihya samisham jalajo yata. Badisham na fish hook. The fish hook samisham the bait the bait has been tied to the fish hook. Like a jalajaha, like the fish that has caught the bait in the fish hook, because once it goes, the hook is caught hold of it, the fish cannot escape. Like that, where do you think you can go? Even though you have felled me, that is all right, but Rama is still there. Rama will not leave you. How can you think of surviving? How can you think of escaping when Rama is still there? Jatayu tries to dissuade him in various ways. Ravana obviously is not the one to listen to all of that. Adanala, he holds Sītā in one hand, slaps down the Jatayu, and starts to fly in the air. Chariot is gone. Adanala, catching hold of Sītā is flying in the air. Ramayana versions, they still show him as going on the chariot. Chariot is destroyed by Jatayu. Adanala, holding Sītā in his left arm and fighting with Jatayu, hitting him there. Jatayu tries to cut off all the arms of Ravana, but Ravana has got this power. No matter how many arms are cut off, new arms keep coming. Finally, he manages to cut off the wings of Jatayu. But then Sītā cries and says, hey Jatayu, alas, you have given up your life for me, for my sake. Please tell Rama that this has happened to me, that I have been carried away by this Ravana. At least tell this much to Rama. Ha Rama, Rama, Rama. As Sītā is crying and being carried away by Ravana in this manner, Drishtva Sītāṁ param rishtam dīnām divyena chakshusha kritam karyamiti Srimad vyajahara pitamaha. Valmiki says, when Sītā was being caught by the enemy in this manner, assaulted in this manner, Pitamaha, Sriman Pitamaha na Brahma the creator, he saw this whole thing, Divyena Chakshusha Drishtva, he saw it through his divine eyes and he said, aha, good. Kritam karyam, our task has been accomplished. Task has been accomplished. The moment Ravana came and touched Sita, his death has been written. This is the task is accomplished. Pragrishta vyatita shvasan sarve te paramarshayah drishtva Sitam paramrishtam dandakaranyavasinaha Ravanasya vinashancha praptam buddhva idrichaya. All the rishis who are living there, celestial divine rishis also living there, all of them, when they saw Sita being carried away by Ravana in this manner, all of them became very happy and then felt agonized. They felt very happy, it seems. All of them were happy. Yen happy abdina, finally Ravana is going to be destroyed. Abdina happiness. Ana yen sorrow abdina, for the sake of destruction of Ravana, alas, Sita has to suffer like this. Abdingum burdu. Aval enna achanna. Prakrishta vyatita shasan. Prakrishta vyatita abdina. Prakrishta abdina, they rejoiced. At the same time, vyatita ascha abdina, they were also distressed. They were agonized that the good that has to come to us is happening in this manner, in this terrible manner. Ibria, as she's being carried along, she sees 5 monkeys seated on a hilltop. 5 mighty monkeys are sitting on a hilltop. At the path on looking at them, she immediately Kriyamana Tvaidehi Kachinnatamapashyati Dadarsha Girishringastan Panchavanar Pungavan Tesham Madhye Visalakshi Kaushayam Kanakaprabham Uttariyam Vararoha Shubhanyabharananicha Mumochayati Ramaya Shamse Yuriti Maithili Vastramutsajatan Madhye Nikshiptam Sakabhushanam Sambramatu Dashagriva Stvatkarma Nasabuddhavan. Small minor detail. Valmiki covers it in a detail. As soon as she sees these 5 monkeys sitting upon the mountain top, Sita immediately bundles some of her ornaments into the upper cloth, the corner of the upper cloth. She tears it, she ties it all to that and drops it to them and says, please tell him, give this to him. After she drops it, and in his excitement or in his disturbed state, Ravana thought it would be very easy, very simple. Once Rāma, Lakṣmaṇa are sent away, we will immediately kidnap this woman and come. He had not counted upon Jatayu. His spies did not tell him about Jatayu, or maybe he did not take him seriously. Whatever the case, it was a bit of a shocker for him. Adhanala he was mentally a bit disturbed. Even without a chariot, he has to fly in through the air. He failed to notice in his excitement that Sita had quietly sent off this bundle of jewels. Sambrahmatu Dashagrivas Tatkarma Nasabuddhavane. Tatkarma, that action of Sita, he did not notice it. Those monkeys looking Pinga Kshastam Vishalakshim Netrair Animishairiva. Those tawny-eyed monkeys looked at Sita, the large-eyed Sita, without blinking. They are looking. They are looking what is happening. They are noting everything. Crossing the lake of Pampa, flying down south, crosses the ocean, enters into Lankapuri. Near Lanka, he takes her straight to the Antapura. Antapura, the Kundam Kamikiran, he takes her to Antapura and he shows her, look at, this is what you are going to now rule over. Pearls are there, gems are there, gold, clothes, ornaments, everything is available. Whatever you want, everything is yours. She calls all the servants that are there and says, from this moment onwards, you've got to satisfy every desire of hers. Whatever she wants, you give. She is Sita. If anybody insults her, anybody causes any harm to her, anybody utters anything unpleasant to her, kill them. She is very important to me. Rāvaṇa gives orders. All of this can belong to you if you marry me. Sītā, he says all kinds of things. He says, hey Sīte, don't feel ashamed, don't think it is a adharmic act, don't think it's a violation of dharma. அப்படிதான் நினச்சிக்காதே சொல்கிறேன். அவள் வாழ்க்கை ஏற்ற மாதிரி சொல்லுவா இல்லையா? ஏன்னா தி ஹியூமன் மைண்ட் இஸ் லைக் அ ராட்சசா. ஹியூமன் மைண்ட்னு சொன்னேன். பட் தென் Ravana is not a human, is a rakshasa. அப்போ ஹியூமன் மைண்ட்னா how can we compare it to ராட்சசா அப்படின்னா? Only way to compare it, human mind can be a rakshasa at times. What will it do? It will quote scriptures. The devil will quote scriptures. வேறு ஒன்றும் பண்ணாது. என்ன பண்ணுறதுன்னா அலம் விரீடேன வைதேகி தர்மலோபகிருதேன ச ஆர்ஷேயம் தைவனிஷ்யந்தோ யஸ்த்வம் அபிகவிஷ்யதி. அலம் விரீடேன வைதேகி. Enough of all the shame, enough of all of these things for you. Don't think this is a violation of dharma. Instead you see, எப்படி இருக்கணும்னா நமக்கு என்னென்ன வருதோ எல்லாம் எடுத்துக்கணும். Whatever happens to us, we should accept it as God's will. எல்லாம் ஆர்ஷோயம் இதெல்லாம் வந்து these are all the will of the sages, acceptable to sages. தைவனிஷ்யந்தஹா, it is a God sent for you. It is made happen like this by God himself. அதனால you should not unnecessarily fight against this. எப்படி சொல்றோம் பார்த்தீங்களா? Sounds familiar? I am bowing down to you. ஏதௌ பாதௌ மயா ஸ்னிக்தௌ शिरोभि परिपीडितौ प्रसादौ कुरु मे क्षिप्रं वश्यो दासोऽहमस्मि ते. Ravana's words is etau padau maya snigdau shirobhi paripiditau. These beautiful feet of yours, I am surrendering to these feet. I am placing my head upon these feet. Prasadam kuru, bless me, shower your grace upon me. Make shipram, soon bestow your grace upon me. Vashyo dasoham asmite, I am dasoham, I am your slave, I am under your control. Adanala, please give me, bless me soon. The Ravana, as I have never bowed down before a woman, and the first woman I am going down to, adanala, you must bless me. அப்படின்னு சொன்னா சீதை சொன்னா சரி கூடி சீக்கிரமே உனக்கு பிளெஸிங்ஸ் எல்லாம் கிடைக்கும். என்ன பண்றது? ஏன்னா பிரணிபாத பிரசன்னாகி மைதிலி ஜனகாத்மஜா. இதுக்கு மேல வாட் கேன் ராவணா பிரே சொல்லுங்க. இதுக்கு மேல என்ன பண்ண முடியும் ராவணன்? தாசோகம்னு சொல்ல, இதுக்கு மேல என்ன சொல்ல முடியும்? தாசோகம் கோசலேந்திரஸ்ய அப்படின்னு Hanuman comes and says. Even before Hanuman declares I am Rama's servant, Ravana says I am Sita's servant. தாசோஹம் அஸ்மிதே, I am your servant, I am your slave, I am your devotee அப்படிங்கிறான். ஆனால் என்ன அர்த்தம் அப்படின்னா பாருங்க கடைசியில் என்ன ஆக போகிறது? What is going to happen to Ravana also? If you look at it in the long run, if you take the long view of this whole thing, what is going to happen to him அப்படின்னா he is going to get Rama's ayujyam, he is going to merge into Rama. அதுவும் ஒரு பிரசாதம் தானே. பிரசாதம் குருமே க்ஷிப்ரம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் ப்ளீஸ் பிளஸ் மீ வித் யுவர் கிரேஸ் அப்படின்னா ஷீ இஸ் பிளஸிங் தட் கிரேஸ் டு எவ்ரிபடி டிபெண்டிங் அப்பான் ஹவ் யூ ஆர் கோயிங் டு சீக் ஹிம், தட் கிரேஸ் கம்ஸ் டு யூ. ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते तां तथैव भजाम्यहं. The truth is being upheld. As you seek him, so you shall get him. இப்போ இங்க how is Ravana seeking Rama அப்படின்னா Ravana is seeking Rama as an enemy. அதனால Rama will also respond to him as an enemy. எல்லாத்துக்கும் சீதை புருஷாகார பூத்தியா தான் இருக்கா. What is the nature of Tayar? What is the nature of the Divine Mother? அப்படின்னா she is the inspirational force behind all of these things, making the Lord act. She has to give the approval. அதனால இவன் சொல்றான் காலில் விழுந்து கெஞ்சி கேட்கிறேன் அப்படிங்கிறான். He says I am falling at your feet. ये एतौ पादौ मया स्निग्धौ. If you look at it in one way, this whole story, Ravana is going to send Sita to Ashokavana. He first brings her to the Antapura. He shows all the pleasures and things that they're all irukku, but you don't know if you can stay in Ashokavana. Ultimately he is going to send her to Ashokavana, where she is going to be staying undisturbed for 10 months meditating upon Rama. If you really look at it, Ravana need not have done it. He could have very well forcibly kept her in the Antapura itself. He need not violate her, need not do anything to her. Instead of keeping her separately, he could have just kept her as part of the other woman. நீ பாட்டுக்கு கடை அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கலாம் இல்லையோ. Even if she did not associate herself with Ravana, she will still have to sit there and be disturbed by all the other women and all the activities that are going on there. Adu disturbance thane. It is a bhangam for tapasya. How can she do tapasya then in that way? Ava aparma cholra. Later on in Sundarakandam, Sītā says, this dharma that I have practiced, this lying upon the bare ground, bhūmauca shayya, அப்படின்னு சொல்றேன். Bhūmauca shayya, I'm sleeping on the bare ground, I'm doing this tapasya for the sake of Rama, alas, அப்படின்னு. But who allowed her to do the tapasya? Yappo, when Sītā was certainly under the control of Ravana, not under her own control, even doing tapasya is not her choice. Ima bhūmauca shayya nu sollum poludhu, when she says I'm sleeping on the bare ground, that was definitely not her choice. If Ravana had forced her to sleep on a bed, she will have to sleep on a bed. But Ravana did not do that. Rāvaṇa also did not do that. என்ன பண்ணா, உனக்கு அசோகவனத்தில் இருக்கணுமா அங்கே போயிரு, பரவாயில்ல, நீ தபஸ் பண்ணுறியா பண்ணு, யூ வாண்ட் டு டு தபஸ்யா, யூ கோ டு தபஸ்யா, ஐ வில் நாட் டிஸ்டர்ப் யுவர் தபஸ்யா, நான் அனுப்பிச்சுட்டான். So one way if you look at it, எது ட்ரூத், ஹையஸ்ட் ட்ரூத் என்ன? Everything is divine, everyone is divine, and all things are divinely ordained. It is the Lord doing that through all forms and all names. There is no other way, there is no other truth, there is nothing else that is existing. This alone is anything that you are doing, it is all happening as per divine will. Including Ravana, including Meghanatha, including Vibhishana going and surrendering, adum Deva Sankalpam. Kumbhakarna fighting, that is also divine will. Vali dying, Sugriva becoming king, divine will. Ella Deva Sankalpa. Because everybody is equally divine. Yeah, there is nobody who is more divine, less divine. Ella equally divine. We are all fulfilling various roles in this great drama, this great game of God that He is playing. Actually, if you really analyze it and look at it, even Ravana cannot be faulted because he does not violate her, he does not forcibly keep her, he doesn't have to physically approach her. That is a different story. But what is preventing him from keeping her in Antapuram? Antapurathil vechikalaamo illaiyo? Oru pakkam. Anal, by the same token, another reason that we can provide for that is Sītā's virtue. What is preventing him from keeping Sītā in Antapura? Abdina Sītā's virtue, Sītā's pathivratya shakti, Sītā's chastity is what is preventing Ravana from even entertaining the thought of keeping her in Antapura. Antapurata vekke kuda vidamaatengirudhu Sīthanuடைய tapashakti. Ananda சொல்றா, later on she says in Sundarakandam, I can burn you. Shakti irukada enkitta, I've got the shakti within me to burn you. Ana asandeshattu Ramasya, Rama has not given permission to me. Avar na vandu paathukirennu sollirukar, adana na pesama iruken. Rama said he will come and handle you, that is why I am keeping quiet. Illana I can burn you அப்படினு சொல்றா. How can she say I can burn you? Na endha shakti solradhu? What shakti is saying that? The shakti that is saying that is this much only. Edu appadina her own and the sthiti. Many years ago I read a book, an autobiography, sort of an autobiography of an American woman. She was not a nun, but she was a very spiritual being, very spiritual person who was going around in a van doing service and charity to everybody. She was a young woman, and in that thing she writes one night, she was sleeping in her van. A man broke into the van. On seeing this woman, he broke into the van. But when she woke up and he looked at her face, he just backed out immediately and ran away. She writes in that, she says, what made him run away like that? I do not know. But something, just by looking at my face, he ran away. Each person has also got a tapashakti. The tapashakti caused that man to run away. He could not have any negative thoughts about her at all the moment he saw her. Or ordinary human being is Sīta irukado. Then how will Sītā be? Therefore Ravana could not dare to keep her inside his own Antapura. He sends her off to Ashoka Vatika. It says, I will give you 12 months time. In 12 months time, of your own accord, if you do not belong to me, If you do not come and belong to me, then I will eat you up for breakfast. அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவேன். சாப்பிடுவேன் உனக்கு கார்த்தாலே. ஏன்னா I am used to eating people. அதனால you are quite delicate. You look, I think you will be tasty. அதுக்கு ஒரு special dish I will ask my cooks to come up, chefs to come up with a special dish. ஒரு வருஷம் I'll give them 1 year's time. Master chef எல்லாம் பண்ணி I will select the winner. Why 1 year's time? அப்படின்னா ஏன்னா கான்டெஸ்ட் பண்ணி who is the best chef select பண்ணணுமோ இல்லையோ, அதனால I will select the best chef and then he will come up with a unique dish to cook you. தந்தூரி சீதா சொல்ல முடியாது, எப்படி சீதா பட்டர் மசாலா ஏதோ ஒன்று அந்த மாதிரியாக ஒரு டிஷ்ஷாக பண்ணி ஐ வில் ஈட் யூ ஃபார் பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் அப்படின்னு he gives a warning and sends her off to அசோகவனம். இங்கே நிறுத்திக்கிறோம். we'll stop here for today and continue tomorrow. जानकी कांत स्मरणं जय जय राम राम आंजनेय स्वामी की जय. सर्वे बंधु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखं वा भवेत्. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. हरि ओम तत्सत्. श्री साईश्वराय.